Hey guys, and welcome to Pheas Software. Today in this video I'm going to do an unboxing on this Perun ETU for G&G replicas. Hey guys, and welcome back. If you do enjoy this content today, please do consider liking, commenting and subscribing, because those interactions help me get seen by the YouTube algorithms. That helps the channel grow. Click on the Linktree link down in the description. That will take you to all my socials, including my Discord. Please do stop by and say hello. And if you want to support the channel a little bit more, the join button down below will take you to channel memberships, 99p a month via YouTube, custom videos, giveaways, a little bit more saying the channel running and things like that. Totally optional, really appreciated. So we're going to get into this then. So as part of a bigger package of products, Perun sent me an ETU++. Now, I've not had a G&G for a while with a MOSFET in it to try this out. So this part is an unboxing, and I have, which I'll show you in a minute, a G&G to fit this into to try it out and see how we get on. So as with all the Peruns, we've got a nice little compact box, nothing overly fancy. I love the simplicity of it, so we're just going to get that straight in there. I suppose it acts as a bit of a review as well. So inside we get our typical programming card, which gives us our plethora of extra features. We've got a variety of stickers, Perun stickers, a QR code that takes you to the manual, and we've got a number of stickers that show us the diagnostic lights and the programming guide as well. Now, the advantage of getting one of these over the stock ones is the significant increase in features that you gain by installing one. So you've got now significantly more programming features. So we've got firing mode, where we can set the burst for a number of shots in semi and in auto. We've got active brake, where we can choose to adjust the amount of active brake, which is basically using the motor to stop the gearbox spinning. So if you're getting double shots on an 11.1, turn your active brake up a little bit and it will sort of allow that. You've got pre-cocking, which basically pre-winds your gearbox to an extent, and you can set how far that goes. So the idea is that when you tap the trigger, the piston is already wound back a certain extent, so it just releases the piston. You're getting almost instant shot. You've got binary trigger on there, which is basically as you pull the trigger it shoots, and as you let go it shoots again. So effectively doubling your rate of fire. Do be careful with that though, some sites do not like binary triggers. You've got rate of fire reduction, which is quite nice. DMR mode, where you can set a time limit between shots, so even if you pull in the trigger it won't do anything for a certain time limit. You've got the LiPo alarm, and then you've got a master reset that sets it back to default settings as well. And then the last thing is our teeny tiny little packet, and it is a teeny tiny little packet in our little anti-static bag. So I'm going to bring in my rather fetching stylish scissors, just snip it just enough. Be careful so I can tear that bag. Do be careful that you don't just go snipping into it. Now, it is a pretty quick, simple install, which is going to be a separate video, as is the programming video as well. That is it. That's as simple as it is. It's actually much more slimline than the actual stock one, so leave that down, move those to the side. So I've got my good friend Carl. He has let me use his G&G ARP9. So this is internally completely stock ARP9. Externally he's done a couple of little bits to it, but there we've got the original MOSFET system there. So, you know, by comparison, their original MOSFET offers much less functionality, yet is significantly bigger board. It also terminates in a mini Tamiya, which is easy to change off. Now, I am on the side of Deans or T connectors. I much prefer Deans and T connectors. I just think they're a significantly better quality connection longer term. Other people are now moving on to sort of XT30s and other things. Mini Tamiyas are great when they are brand new and you get a good connection, but over time, if you look down into the connector, see if we can get that up close to the camera, those little terminals inside there, those widen off and you get less and less of a connection. So you're creating resistance, which can basically lower the amount of power that's getting delivered and things like that. Now we're still talking, you know, small impacts, but you want the maximum performance out of the battery that you're putting in there, don't you? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and do a before where I show the rate of fire before we install this ETU++. I'm going to do a rate of fire afterwards and then come back as well as drop the video of how to install it as well, and obviously just discuss what I thought to it, if it's had any impact, and just generally discuss the benefits of having this product over the stock one. So I'll be back in a second. About 13 rounds a second. Jesus. Speed. About 23 rounds a second. So I am back, and you've probably seen the results there of the rate of fire test. So beforehand on the original, on a 7.4, so using the stock 7.4, getting about 13 rounds a second. Again, great, I was happy with that. On the 11.1 that I always use for the rate of fire test, we're getting sort of like 23 rounds a second. The trigger was all right. You know, it wasn't amazing. I didn't quite feel very satisfied with the trigger pull and the response time and things like that. I put the Perun on ETU, and we got an uplift of like just over 1 rounds per second on a 7.4, taking it up to 14, which is higher than what we see, you know, out of a lot of things, which, considering those are stock terminals, that's pretty damn good. The 11.1 just felt absolutely scary, and we were sort of in the realm of that 24.3, you know, edging up towards 24.5 rounds a second. So even just on that, we're sort of having gains there. But then the fact that you've got all these added features, that you have got the ability now to sort of program semi and auto to have different settings for them within these setting things, it is pretty damn impressive, really, that you've got all this additional control beyond the stock. And all we've done is spent 4 minutes just changing 3 connectors over. It is, you know, a vast improvement. There are, particularly of the older models, there are question marks around the sort of lifespan of these, the quality of it. Now, I am aware that this predates COVID, being bought and was used regularly, so it is probably one of the older models, not the original, I want to thought, but it was still going strong. It's done quite a few thousand rounds through it, and it was still going strong. This one, on the other hand, is obviously brand new. I'm impressed, actually. Like, it's even from like a battery point of view, it's giving you a Dean's without having to mess about too much. And let's face it, changing 3 connectors over was significantly easier than soldering on a new adapter and things. The longevity of these, you know, I've got things that have got Peruns in that have been running them for like years, and they are still going strong. You know, excellent quality ETUs, and then the added features on top. You're just gaining a lot. It's your decision, really, on whether you want to upgrade or you just want to wait for the stock one to go. You know, particularly if you want things like the sniper trigger, or you want the sort of binaries trigger, the rate of fire reduction, you want burst modes, different types of burst modes and things. If you are looking for that customizability, maybe you're a milsim player, maybe you're playing a lot of CQB and you want something a little bit different, your pre-cop might be important, then the ETU is where you should be going, because the ETU++, because you've got those features in there for not an awful lot of money and for very little hassle. You know, it is pretty much just plug in and go, and off you go. You know, you've then got the Deans on top, the programmability feature. I think it's a fantastic product. I've really impressed with that, and I feel like this has benefited for having it plugged in and ready to go. So very much happy. So if you haven't checked it out, please check out the installation guide video that's down below, and the how to access the programming and cycling through the programming modes and things. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe. I will see you next time. Thank you again to Perun for sending me that out to test. That has thoroughly made me happy, and if I was to find myself in ownership of a G&G in future, I would certainly be making this upgrade. Thanks a lot, guys. See you next time. Bye.